Alrighty, traders, hello everybody, John Hal here. So let's have a look at what's going on across the markets today. I'm going to give you a good overall view on what's happening with just all the markets today, the indices, gold, silver, just a really good update around some really important things. I still see it's interesting, right? I'm seeing that there's a slingshot pattern happening on the upside on some of the markets. But then there's a few markets out there that just really look like they're about to get some really big movement on the downside. And it also really, it goes alongside with what's happening with Donald Trump as well too. So traders, make sure you have access to that trading course. See the trading course on the screen right now? You can get free access to that by going to the link in the description. So we'll start off with the indices here first. So the stock market. One of the really big things that we want to go through, right, when it comes to the markets is this. Well, and this is this is something that it's taken me a long time to really figure out is this, okay? In a big bull market environment, okay, in a very big bull market environment, the market can stay in that bullish environment a lot longer than what you think, right? And one thing I've learned over my time is that if you have a very big, strong bull market, right? A very, 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 very big, strong bull market. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Anyway, so a very big, strong bull market, okay? If you do have that, trying to go against, having that as a strategy against the markets, right? So we look at, say, the indices right now. These are the indices here, right? This is the Dow Jones anyway, okay? So the top charts are weekly charts and the bottom charts are daily charts. Anyway, the one thing that I do say is that if your strategy is always trying to pick tops in the markets, you know you're going to be wrong at least 70% of the time, right? So I want you to think about that. And this is where, like, for me, I'm always like to go with the overall markets. And the reason I'm saying that is because right now, there's so many people out there right now that are trying to call for a top in the market. I don't believe we'll see the top not just yet anyway. Even from a short-term top perspective, even from that perspective there is this. What you want to see, this is the fear and greed index here. Okay, this is the fear and greed index right through here. And what you want to see is this fear and greed index, what will probably happen, at least on a very short-term level basis, on a short-term swing on the overall indices here, is this is the fear and greed index here. What you'll probably start to see is this greed here start to get to the extreme. It's how the markets work, right? When the whole Warren Buffett thing, right? When people are greedy, be fearful, and so on and so forth. And the thing is that if you've been around the markets for actually probably 5 years plus, you would know that tops and bottoms happen at the extremes. When most people are really fearful, that's the bottom in the market. When most people are really greedy, that's the top in the market. Now, this fear and greed index is really good at helping you getting very close to understanding where we are in the swing, on the short-term swings of things, right? So this little up move we're getting right now on the indices probably has a lot more to go. Why? Because the greed is we just got into the greed here. If I bring this up through here, this is the fear and greed index through here, right? One thing that we'll see through here, look at this here, right? So one thing that you'll see is that whenever we do get, this is above this level, above 75, that's when people are really like greedy, right? Greed. I would say we're probably going to see this thing shoot up to this level through here over the next couple of months. And then when that happens, when we start to get above 75, that's when you want to start the cautionary tell on, like, put the brakes on, right? Especially in the markets. And then we're probably going to get at least a short-term pullback out of the markets when that happens. But for now, guys, we're still right near the middle, right? This is the middle range through here. Look at this here. That's all the middle through there. The middle. So because we're still part of the middle, guess what? We're still in neutral territory. There's not a lot of greed in the markets, not like extreme greed. There's not extreme fear. We're just sort of like, we're just hovering around the middle mark, right? Hovering around the middle mark. So up, and away we go, right, guys? So anyway, so let's go have a look at, this is the overall index here. So when we're looking at the markets through here, and we're looking at, say, the Dow Jones and so on and so forth, if you see, this is the Dow Jones here, looking at the last, say, 1 year worth of data. And what do we see through here? It starts with U and it ends in an up. Starts with U and ends in an up. starts with U and ends in P. Right, upward trend. So guys, don't fight it. Don't fight the markets. Have any of you guys, leave a comment in the comment section below. Have any of you guys watched, was it Rogue Trader? Back happened, Nick Leeson, so on and so forth. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you've actually watched that movie. And and if you watched that movie, the Rogue Trader, right? He's trying to get some money in, so he's writing a lot of options, which, guys, by the way, guys, do not ever, ever, ever write naked options in the markets. Right? If you're looking to go down the options territory, right? All I say is do not try to think about doing options, writing option strategies initially anyway. Why? Because I've seen so many people go down the writing of options, especially naked, especially in this environment. You might be writing a lot of put options, right? You write a put options, the market goes up, they expire, you keep the income, you go do it again and again and again. Do you know, I've seen so many people have one bad month and wipe out an entire year's worth of trading. I don't want that for you, right? I don't want that for you. And so that's the whole thing, when it comes down to, especially like the way that I personally trade myself and I coach with my coaching program. You can apply for the inner circle, link in the description there. But the whole thing is that I'm always teaching people I want you to be in the market for a very long time, right? And the thing is that I want you to have strategies that you can do well throughout the year. And even if you have a bad month, how do you protect your account so you're not actually having an explosion, right? Someone called it a ski curve. Anyway, so this is actually going up really, really strong through here. Very, 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 very strong. What do we see through here? We see, what's this line through here? What is that line? What is that line through there? Oh, that's that line through there. Oh, this is the 50% retracement. There you go. So up and then down and then 50% and then away we go. So that's the reason why that's line through there. Anyway, so let's go back to the 1 year worth of data. And if what we're looking at through here is we can see that this level all through here, look at that. Resistance, right? We can see resistance. If we bring up the last 6 months worth of data, resistance came up, had a pullback. Look at this here. Down, back up to the 50% level, which is right here, right? That's the 50% level. It also came back to my moving average, my 52 moving average. My 52 moving average, I always use on my daily charts. I use the 24 moving average on my weekly charts. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the market to get too far. If the market's too far away from it, as you can see, if I squeeze it up, if we get too far away, we're overbought, right? It's probably not going to come back. And then we come back, bit of equilibrium, and away we go, right? So, looking at what's happening right now, good 50% retracement, nice, good bullish upward movement, and away we go. So if we're looking at some short-term TA right now on the good old DJ, here's the thing, right? Tell you what, traders, trading is so amazing. It really, really is. It's been such an amazing year for me. I do have my losses. I'm actually coming off a few losses recently. But I've had such a really good year this year right now, guys, and I'm telling you right now, like, once you know, like I've been doing this for 20 years, all right? And then the thing is like, and that's the reason like when I'm coaching people, like you're getting what's taken me 20 years to figure out with these markets, right? And that's where like when I hold people through their hand through 12-month process. So if I look at this level through here, I can see, look at this level through here, right? Look at that. So it came all the way down, right down. Look at this here. X marks the spot, right? Triple X, triple level, the three major. I'm trying to get a thumbnail for you guys. if you guys are wondering what the hell is John doing. Anyway, so come down to this level 3, right? Support, and then we have support level 3. So look at this here. We have one level, we have this level almost here, so that's one level. Then we have this level through here, and then we also have the moving average. So 3 levels, 3 major levels, continuation to the upside, and then bam to the upside, right? So amazing. So guys, do not be trying to fight this market. Yeah, we're not, and again, even on a short-term level basis, remember the fear and greed index, right? The fear and greed index. We're nowhere near the extreme greed yet. Nowhere near. So up and away we go, guys. Do not fight a bull market. Oh, John, the top's going to be in. No. Stop. Don't let your ego. See that ego? Throw it out the window. Anyway, so That's what's happening on the good old DJ. Let's go look at the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq is actually really, really, really strong, right? Really strong. And the one thing that I'm always trying to do, guys, when I'm trying to get a really good picture, a big picture of what the market's doing, sometimes on the daily chart. So if I bring up this is the daily charts here, right? So sometimes on the daily charts, I can get a good understanding of what's going on. And if you look at, this is the Nasdaq here, and as you can see, look at this here. We had that whole resistance became support. See all through there. See all that all through there. So all that level all through there, and then look what happened. Came down through here, right? Look at all that level of support. So powerful, right? Look at that there. All the way through there, right? So it actually had one support, two support, and then three major levels of support, and then bam, away we go again, right? And we had this sideways movement. I promise you guys, I promise you, if you can get one of the most powerful patterns you can trade is looking for that sideways period. Have trade with the trend, higher lows, and wait for the sideways period, right? Whenever we do get that really nice sideways period through there, we tend to get what? We tend to get, look at this here. I'm just identifying the nice, look at this here. Up, sideways, and away we go, right? That's what's called the L-shaped pattern, right? And again, in that free course, guys, I got like a 60-minute training that I give you, walking you through my actual trading setup. If you want to know my trading setup, that link in the description there. But we can see here, right? So back to the short-term level basis. What's happening? Sideways, bam, to the upside. Again, 3 levels of support, and then now we're breaking up what? Now we're breaking up to all-time new highs, and we're doing it with volume, right? So, but one of the really big things I'm always watching out for is that's the daily charts. But when I'm trying to get the overall trend, so sometimes the daily charts can give us a lot of volatility. So I'm always looking at the moving average. This is the 24 moving average on my weekly charts. And whenever we do get that really strong moving average to the upside, we're probably likely to see a lot more continuation from there. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys, when it comes to the Nasdaq. Again, I would not want to be fighting this. No fighting this market, guys. We're probably going to finish this year strong, right? Just go with it. Just go with it, right? Just go with it. You know, I always liken the markets, guys, as like we're the little guys, right? You and me, we're the little guys. So for you and me are the little guys, right? We're the little birds, right? And the market is the mountains, the lions, the gorillas, right? That's what the market is. So to me, I'm just like, what's going on with the gorillas and the big lions, right? And then what I do is I just want to figure out what they're trying to do, aka what the market's telling me right now, the charts, and then try to jump on their coattails, right? And then have a little bit of a move and jump off and say, thank you very much, and go do it again, right? So let's go look at the S&P 500. And the S&P 500, let's bring this up through to here. So the last 6 months of this S&P 500 here, guys, is through here. So there's major level of support. And then we have this major level of, that was the level through there, but I'd have to say that'll be the level through there now that I'd have to use, right? So there to there. Let's extend you to the right, and let's make you good old thicker through there, right? So we see that through there. Now this is just one touch here, one touch here. It's not the same. The Dow Jones actually had a lot more of a support level through there. Let's go look at the 1 year with the data. And what do we see through here? Resistance here, came down, found support, and then away we go from there. We also do have something going on through here as well too. That's if we do, when we actually do start the correction, which we will get, guys. We will get. You know that, right? You know that. You know that, right, guys? You know we're going to get a big crash soon, right? Now, in the meantime, let's light it up, right? Light it up, baby. Light it up. Anyway, so that's what we're seeing through there from that perspective through there. I'm just trying to see what major level of support. Let's go back to now the 6 months worth of view. I'm about to sneeze. So let's go look through here. One take. Anyway, so you can see we have low, high, low, came up. Look at all this sideways movement from here, right? So we have all this sideways movement all through here, and then bam, away we go again from there, right? So we can see that that's what's going on through there, and then now we're popping back to the upside, breaking above this high level. Guys, this market is so strong. We may get a little short-term little pausing here, wait for the short-term moving average, but away we go, guys. This is probably the start of the belt. This is probably the start of the big blow off move. So that's what I'm laughing, guys, because I'm just like, wow. In the face of everything that's been going on right now, this has been here. So anyway, now on to the King Russell. King Russell, guys. King Russell. You know why, guys, right? You know why, right? My number one thing I've been saying this entire year, and my number one position, my number one bet, so to speak. If you click on my name, right? If you see my name on this YouTube channel here, right? If you click on my name, you can go to my main YouTube, the homepage, right? You'll see there's a trailer video there. On that trailer video, I put up, I think it was 3 projections, targets, all that sort of stuff, whatever you're going to call that, right? For this year, and even into next year. And one of them, S&P 500, I think I did like 6,000 S&P 500. That's almost there. I think I also at the start of the year, you can see for yourself, right? I also did a 3,000 target for gold. We're not there yet. We're still getting a correction, so that's probably going to happen maybe next year. And then also I had a 300 target for the IWM, which is the Russell, at the start of the year. Again, guys, you know, if you click on my name, you can actually, if you want to go watch that, you can do that. But not until you finish watching this video, right? So, I've always said King Russell. My number one bet, my number one thing about all these markets has been King Russell, because I believe once the King Russell gets started, which may have already happened, I believe it's going to play catch up to all the other indices. And then we're going to get an explosion move out of the Russell. And again, that's the reason why my number one position out of all the indices has been the Russell ever since basically the start of this year. And I've been through this market. King Russell, King Russell, King Russell, guys, right? So, looking at King Russell 3, if we go to the weekly charts here, this is the weekly chart. Big King Russell is doing what? This is the really, if we look at the overall big long-term view, this is the market. Just look at this here. We're really starting to gallop up through here, right? And you can see this through here, guys. Look at this here. Check this out. So I really want you to, let's go here, okay? So look at this here. We had all this sideways movement, and then we pop back up sideways, pop back up sideways. But notice what's happening through here. Higher lows, and we're starting to develop a trend through here. We had this period through here was no trend, right? We had no trend at all through this period through here. Absolutely no trend. And then guess what happened? Then the market, and one of the best things that I always say is that whenever we do get these sideways periods, right? We end up starting to get some really nice trending. And as you can see, we went from no trend to now we're starting to pick up a trend. A lot of volatility within that, but guess what? Bam, 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 bam. Away we go. So for me, that's the reason why I personally have been long King Russell this entire year myself. And I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor. And especially when it comes down to these daily charts, a lot of people would have gotten whipped out, right? And I was actually speaking with my coaching clients, because I'm with my coaching clients for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half per day, helping them and coaching them and supporting them through this entire market, right? Helping them understand what's going on with these markets. And I know a lot of my coaching clients were getting sort of freaked out about these sort of moves here, right? So really, oh my goodness, John, oh my goodness, John, oh my goodness. Relax, right? King Russell. Because I always believed, guys, once King Russell gets started, and that's the reason why King Russell actually had the biggest move out of all the indices. And I believe, big slingshot move. So that's the King Russell through there, guys. So let's go look at, say, the silver and gold market for everybody. So let's go look at we'll start off with silver here. Now, silver is actually, you know what? I was wrong about silver. Why was I wrong about silver? I thought that this breakout here on silver through here, see how I got this breakout through here? I thought that this was going to be the start of a really big move to the upside. Boy, was I wrong about that. It completely reversed. And some of you guys were saying, because I was saying like, I'm bearish gold. I think gold's going to have a big drop, but silver's not doing that, right? And then guess what happened? Bam, 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 away we go, right? So really big up move, and then suddenly we completely failed. And this is where, guys, like, if you do get into a trading position, always look at what the market's telling you. And when the market starts to tell you something like it is right now, and what is that, right? What is that? What's the time? My phone's going off. Anyway, so look at this here. So once we start to do that, check this out. once we start to get below this level through here, this was a major resistance back through here for the last 6 months, right? Especially for the last 1 year. And if I bring up, say, that through there, that'll be that through there. So let's actually, that could be something that we could keep an eye on for a bit more longer term. But on a short-term level basis, guys, look what's happening here. We can see that this major resistance back here and this major resistance all through here, and we had a big breakdown through here, right? You see that through there. And then now we had a rally. Look at this here. This is now a false breakout. Resistance level through here, resistance level through here, and a complete now false breakout to the downside. And look at this level through here, right? One thing I'm always liking to see, I call it the 50% rule, right? The 50% rule of any big bar. So if we see that level there, that level there, I always liking the 50% level to say if we do break below the 50% level of any big bar, then the big bar is probably not going to be strong, right? And look at this level through here. Look what happened through here. We had this big down candle. So this big down candle for me is like, how strong is this down move? And one thing I'm always looking for is to see, does the 50% level, 50 to 60% level, does it hold and continue down? If so, then we're probably likely to see more downside. So I would expect to see more downside to come out of silver. Not a big crash. I just believe we're probably going to come down, maybe hold support. I do see another leg coming to the upside. But for now, guys, for now, I just wouldn't want to be. Yeah, it's just not through there. We go to look at gold right now, and the big thing for me, this is the weekly chart. Gold for me, really strong upward move. And the thing for gold is just always been right, guys. Just understand the nature of what I've always talked about with these markets here. And a lot of people think that I'm totally bearish with gold, right? I understand, like, there's probably some people that are long gold right now, and they're hoping and praying it's going to keep going up, and they're calling me an idiot, right? It's like, no, like, I'm bullish gold, right? I had a 3,000 target at the start of the year, which is really funny because I had some comments on my YouTube channel say, oh, this guy's been bearish on gold ever since the start of March. Really, you monkey brain? See my name on this YouTube channel? Click on that. Go over to my homepage on my YouTube channel. There's a trailer video there. Go to the gold section and tell me what I saw with the gold section, right? In fact, you know what you want to do? Actually, know what you want to do? Go back to all my videos that I've done this year. Go back to the start of the year around March and see what I was saying through there, right? Because all I do know is my equity curve got a very big spike to the upside because of gold at the start of the year. So, winner, chicken dinner. Anyway, so all we're seeing through here, guys, is we're just seeing this pullback starting to happen. So I wouldn't expect too much to happen. Maybe even a bit of short-term drop on the downside out of gold. But again, we've just had a very, 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 very strong movement to the upside. Not a big crash, just a nice equilibrium in the markets here, right, guys? Just a nice equilibrium in the markets. We had this really sideways period through here. If we look at the last sort of 6 months, let's go look at this level through here. So the big level I'll probably be watching for is this level all through here, right? That'll be the main level. So we probably get a bit of a drop to the downside through there. Let's actually see, is there any sort of... Oh, there you go. There's the channel. Is that the same angle? It is too. Oh, wow. Right. So we have that level through there. Is there any short-term levels through here that I can see? No, probably not. Right, probably not. But anyway, so that'll be the angle that I use. It just looks weird, doesn't it? It looks... Anyway, so we're probably going to come down through this level through here, guys, and maybe just find some support through here when it comes to the gold market. But I'm not expecting a really big, massive drop out of gold. If we just look at this level through here, this is what's going on through here. In fact, if we just bring up on this weekly charts, I think this weekly chart, where are you through here, right? So that's the weekly level through there. Maybe just, is that going to be that level, right? So I'm seeing 2 levels here, all right? So that'll be that level through there, if we can bring up, and then we have this level all through here. So coming all through that level through there. So I'm just trying to see if there are any. Just trying to see when it comes to from a trend line perspective. Is there anything going on through there? There is, okay. Okay, yeah, there is. That makes sense. Oh. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're probably going to get down to this level through here, guys. If that level doesn't hold, again, if I look at this weekly chart, I'm just trying to see and find some levels all through here. If that doesn't, yeah, we're probably going to come down to this level all through here, right? That also comes back down. So we're probably going to see another good sort of 5% or so drop to the downside. But on the big picture, guys, the big picture, what is this? It's just a pullback, right, guys? Just a pullback in the markets, nothing else, right? Just a nice pullback, up, down, up, down, up, down. Probably find a lot of support through here, and then away we go again, right? Now, here's the thing that I do say there. There's a bit of a caveat on what I just said there. If next year is the recession and we go through the bear market in the indices, gold will get crushed as well too, right? Gold will get crushed. And now let's go. There's the L-shaped pattern for you guys. Now let's go look at the actual mining sector. And the mining sector, very strong to the upside, but we can see it came a lot of resistance over through here, right? We had all this level of resistance all through here and then all through here as well too. So now we can see that the last 6 months worth of data. So if we look at the last 6 months worth of data, we can see that level through there. It definitely broke down. Yeah, it's a lot of weakness, right? A lot of weakness. There's definitely buyers are definitely not in control right now when it comes to these markets. They were in control, right? We started to see this level through here, so major support, and then now we're getting this support level through here. And as you can see, this is more like a V-top. V-top formation is actually not a good thing because we're probably going to find some level of support and then have another move to the downside. So there we go, traders. That's it for me today. Traders, I have just opened up 10 spots for my 12-month coaching program, right? If you do need some help with your trading and you're struggling right now, then my coaching program is you get access to my entire membership area, which is all my training and education around how I trade the markets and what I do. Plus also you're with me every single day for an hour and a half, and I'm there to coach you and support you and guide you. And then also I give you my scans to help you find these and identify these opportunities as well. As you guys know, right, there's a lot more that goes into just the trading system. There's emotional management, there's cutting your losses short, letting your profits run. How do you actually stay consistent without letting your ego and humility, all these different things that goes into helping you become a good trader. So there's a lot of things and that's the reason why through a 12-month coaching process, if you do need some help, guys, then my 12-month coaching process for all of 2025 has just opened up. If you go to getjohnshelp.com, there should be an application form there. Fill that in, and I look forward to speaking to you guys real soon.